What's up, welcome to Jedi's Fight Night. I am your host Jedi, and today I will be taking on the man himself. Jordan teaches Jiu Jitsu, a black belt, top tier, not only technical as but also built like a shit brick house. Now Jordan has been a black belt for about 3 years now. I have been a brown belt for almost 3 months. So clearly he's gonna need all the help that he can get. Our first round is gonna be some of that gi jiu-jitsu. Slap and bump, you know the vibes. Both of us get low in our stances, and he decides to go for an ankle pick to guard pull. He's got a grip on my sleeve, but notice how he's keeping his left foot on my hip to keep me from walking forward and pressuring him. I can tell he's trying to sweep me to my side, but I'm banking on the fact that I can peel his De La Hiva hook, breaking his control and scrambling away. I wasn't counting on the fact that his toes were made of titanium, making it impossible for me to break that grip. As I'm scrambling, he converts into a hip bump sweep. He steps up to his left foot, looking to take my back, so I plop his foot into my half guard. But he's got me flat on the mat, which allows him to switch his hips, getting the guard pass. I turn away. I'm trying to make some space and either stand up or get some sort of guard. He clearly wants to take my back, and even though he doesn't have any hooks in, he's got his chest glued to my back, which is making it really hard for me to move anywhere. And as I'm trying to get my way on top of him, he's able to throw over his other hook and take my back. You know me though, I ain't going down without a fight. I've got both my hands high protecting my neck as I am walking high over his shoulders, flattening him on the mat. This is gonna make it hard for him to cut an angle and submit me. And sure enough, as he tries to pop up into mount, I go full contortionist on him, getting the top position first. While I don't like being in someone's guard, it's way better than having your back taken. He decides he's gonna go straight back into De La Hiva guard. This time I'm way more wary of him. As he goes for that deep meat hook again, this time I push down on his knee to break it before it gets too tight. He tries to transition into the berimbolo, but I'm able to sprawl out and turn back into him. As I'm looking to pass his guard, he's got this tight cross collar, which he's using to keep me at an angle. This grip can be pretty dangerous, so I grab it with both my hands to break it, and as I turn away to square up, he stands up. I instantly sit into guard, but he's got some good balance here. He grabs my leg and just steps over. Now this right here, this is why gi sucks. You can just grab someone's pants and pass their guard. Like, where's the foreplay? I go belly down, grabbing a hold of his leg, looking to square up with him. He's got a good bite on my collar and is walking himself to my back, looking for a little bit of a clock choke. I'm feeling okay from here until he sits in, making it really tight, really quick. We get right back after it. Here he sits into butterfly guard. I post out with my right leg so that he can't sweep me to that side. He does something interesting here, grabbing my tricep and fishing an underhook to pull himself under my hips, going for X guard. And I want to bring your attention to this grip that he has on my sleeve. With a good black belt, it's not usually a single thing that's gonna get you. Rather, it's a lot of small details just like this one that add up and make it really hard to do anything with them. As he's looking for a stack pass, I roll forward so he steps on my calf, sliding in his right hook. I kick down with my legs and look to walk back on my shoulders. He's still got a solid bite on my leg and grabs a hold of my arm, trying to get his chest to my back. I am able to get my left leg over his, which is gonna keep him from getting that second hook in, and then dive forward, threatening a footlock, making him bail on the back attempt. He's doing some of that funky Keenan Cornelius lapel shit, which allows me to shift my weight and do a mini push-up, securing the top position. Okay, I can totally bring this back with one good play. Well, that's disappointing. Now that was all fine and dandy, but we all know that no-gi is the true measure of a man. I think it was Joe Rogan who said, if the no-gi don't flow, you must not go. Very insightful, 10 out of 10, would hit again, but enough about your mom already. So we dab up and then try to kill each other, you know, like you do on a Saturday. As every pro gamer knows, you gotta download your opponent before you can start committing to anything. I'm going for a head on the outside single leg, one of my better takedowns. He counters by pushing my head and turning his knee to the outside, and this is why you don't leave banana peels on the mats, kids. You should never accept somebody's side control. So I bridge hard, looking to go into turtle. One step ahead of me, he is circling to the back. He then slides in that right leg, grabbing my ankle and rolling towards my butt. Very Gary Tonin-esque back take. I can usually get out from here, but notice how he's stepping on my calf. This adds a buttload of leverage to the roll. Definitely something I'm gonna be yoinking for my own toolbox. I'm walking back on my shoulders, looking to free my hips, but he's got another nasty surprise, grabbing my arm and turning to his side. That grip in my arm, along with his his hook in my hip is giving him this mega tight cross-body control. I grab his bottom leg with my free hand to try to pin it to the ground. He counters by driving his elbow into my neck, which picks my hips up, allowing him to slide his bottom hook in and take my back. Here I flip my top leg over, looking for that cheeky little ankle lock, but he's clearly seen it before. He's now attacking on two fronts, both looking for a choke, but also trying to sneak in this little shoulder lock as well. Now Jordan's legs, they're kind of stocky, so you can imagine just how tight this body triangle is. It kind of feels like doing yoga in one of those industrial-sized presses. Let's just say it's a good idea I didn't have Taco Bell before this round. Now even though my body feels like I'm in the Mesozoic era, I'm still doing my best to defend. You can see I'm grabbing his bottom arm. He goes for a choke and I address it. So he goes for a Kimura grip, and notice how he is again driving his elbow into my face. This is keeping me from turning into him, also allowing him to throw his leg over for an armbar. I grab his foot with my legs, looking to set up this armbar escape that I hit all the time. But he's got his foot in my armpit, which is keeping me from bumping up his leg and turning into him. This is really bad. My arm is super extended here. He breaks my grip. I make one last ditch effort to save this. Unfortunately, he gets the tap. Gotta give props to Jordan here for a second. I have trained with a lot of black belts. My man has clearly applied himself over the 10 years that he's been training. Quick announcement. Between May 16th and 23rd, I will be at a Grappler's Getaway. It's gonna be 5 days of jiu-jitsu at a resort a couple feet away from the beach. It's gonna be good jiu-jitsu and good vibes. Myself, Jordan,
what's up, guys?
and Tom Hardy will all be there teaching a little something. For more details, check the link down below. Here, I manipulate his balance by controlling his head. Aikido 101, baby. He has the dreaded Gordon Ryan position. I walk my hips forward and start thinking about freeing my arm. He tries to elevate my hips and invert, but here in Nogi land, we just run away from that shit. It's what a real man would do. He looks to elevate my hips again, but I hit this nifty little leg pummel, getting the inside position. I have to break and reset because his guard is a little too active for my liking. He's posturing into me real good here, so I go head to head and step in looking to flatten him. We have a counter by him and the counter to the counter, but eventually I end in top quarter guard, which I've been having a lot of success with, but he's still got a top side underhook, so I'm driving my head into his face, looking to flatten his shoulders on the mat and pass. He's clearly waiting for his moment to move and gets it right here, popping out the back door. I need to break his grip ASAP, but he's able to get the scoop. As I catch my balance, he jumps on my back. Now it was right about here that I started to think of some creative problem solving. Now mind you, he outweighs me by about 20 pounds, so this ain't easy. He's looking for the choke, but doesn't quite have a good bite, so he bails on the back, looking for a body lock. It's pretty tight, so that I don't get picked up again. I roll forward to break that body lock. Out of the scramble, I'm able to put him in my guard. Definitely a better spot than where I was. But mind you, it all started when he was able to get this underhook, which is why your coach is always telling you to control your damn position. With his arm trapped, I'm looking for this butterfly sweep, but he's able to shift his hips, bringing his knee behind my butterfly hook, which shuts it down. Now he's kind of looking for a little bit of a smash pass, which honestly I am digging. I've got a good frame. I'm trying to catch my breath a little. Unfortunately, he decides he's gonna get up to his feet, and he hits this slick little pass into knee on belly. However, I've got a nifty little knee on belly escape that I actually learned by having it done to me. He can see that his future is looking really bleak and decides to concede to me and accept the inevitable. Or that's just the timer going off. Now subscribe to the channel and add me on the gram, or I'll heel hook you. And be sure to check out Jordan's channel for some extremely in-depth breakdowns.